Hello YouTube, it's Lion here with Hobbies of a Man once again, and today we are doing another manga review. I apologize that I look like a shitty baseball player, but I was not feeling my hair today, so yeah. Anyway, manga. So today we are going to be reviewing Witchblade Takeru, the manga edition, because I think it's available as a comic book as well. This is published by Bandai Entertainment and by Top Cow, if you guys can see right there. Let's see, does that work? Okay, yeah. There we go. This is written by Kasasa Sumita, or at least he's the manga writer and comic book artist. And the script is by Yosuko Kobayashi. There we go. This is volume 1 and volume 2. And as you can see, this is pretty ecchi. The genre are superhero and supernatural, sorry. And it doesn't have an adaptation, but there is an anime that's similar. It's a Witchblade anime, but it's not about this manga. There's also Witchblade comic books. It's actually a comic book, and this was a separate story that they got in manga for some reason. I don't know. I thought it was really cool that there was a comic book series that was like cool enough, popular enough to get its own manga. That's really awesome in my opinion. And yeah. So the premise here is that the Witchblade is somehow in Japan. The Witchblade, for those of you that don't know, is this like cosmic entity that's like a gauntlet, and it's the creation that spawned from light and darkness, and it's a balancing agent in the world kind of thing. But it's in Japan, and a young girl is haunted by nightmares because of the Witchblade. And when demons attack, she joins with the Witchblade to defeat them, and then there's a slightly deeper story there about who she is and what she is and why she is part of the Witchblade. And, you know, it adds a little bit of lore to the Witchblade, but I'm not exactly sure that it's, like, correct or, like, fitting in the Western canon. But I think it is canon in some way. It's just, like, oh, this is what this group of people thought about it, but it's not exactly true. I'm not sure how it works out. So I'm going to evaluate this the same way I do everything. So let's start with the plot here. It's fair. It's not bad. It's enjoyable enough. It keeps you interested enough to continue reading, but it's a little bit of a slog to read through. It's kind of a little bit contrived. There's the demon hand, which is what they call the Witchblade, and there's this girl, and this girl gets haunted by the nightmares. Her name's Takeru, and then demons show up, and then she connects with the Witchblade. Then the Witchblade takes over, and she beats the demons once, and then other stuff happens. She has to fight a demon again. Then she gets captured by the U.S. Army for some reason. And then there's more demons, another fight, and then she has to fight the U.S. Army, and then more demons, and it just kind of ends really anticlimactically. But yeah, it's an interesting concept, and I liked some of it, but overall it was very like, yeah, there's nothing really there. It's just kind of like a bunch of loosely connected plot points or scenes, I guess, with a little bit of story sprinkled in, you know, like Salt Bay, that really don't do anything. It wasn't great. It was good enough to keep you entertained and to enjoy the art, but nothing beyond that. The characters here are, again, not very amazing. There's very minimal character work, like schoolgirl that's damaged, schoolboy that's damaged, that knows how to use a sword and has like history, like his family is a demon slaying family. And then there's like the weird like sex obsessed friend which in this case functions to really like bring up the arrows, like the mangaka says, of the Witchblade, because the original comic book is very definitely a sexy type of comic book, more than like, oh, it's just superheroes. It has a little bit more like excitement to it, I guess. And then some weird villains, some like Demon Slayer looking characters. And that's basically it. There's no one special, no one important. There's like a random nun and then a random doctor. You know, nothing really meaningful. No special backstories. Really just enough to keep the plot going, not enough to be like intriguing, compelling. Nothing that you are gonna sit about and wonder after, or sit and wonder about afterwards. And the world building is the same. There's nothing special. It's honestly rather meh, rather disappointing. The world building is slightly better than everything else because it adds to the world building of Witchblade as a whole. It's interesting that it was in Japan before it got to Sarah, and that there's this like cult slash group of people that are attached to the demon hand, to the Witchblade, in a way that's different from the Western interpretation. It's cool, but not very compelling. The art was nice. I'll show you a few panels. You see that? Let's see. That one is good. Okay, this is probably the best, like the coolest scene. Just grotesque. It's pretty interesting. See, I think there was a few that were cool here. Yeah. Oh, sorry. It does have pull-out posters that are somewhat interesting. I don't know. Nothing special. Fan service, yes, there's some of it, but it's like odd. It's not like fan service usually is a slightly comedic situation, or it's like it's not seriously to be like, hey, this is hot, get like passionate about it. It's usually like, oh, her panties fell off, or like her boobs, or like whatever. It's in this one, it was like a little bit more muted than that. It was like a little bit more just for the sake of it being nice looking. But some of it was like weird. It didn't really fit the tone of Witchblade. It felt more like a random Japanese guy was obsessed with panties for some reason. And yeah, so I rated this a 3.0, or a 3 out of 5, 6 out of 10. It's better than okay, but it's not very interesting beyond that. It's a cool collector's item. Like, oh yeah, I have Witchblade manga. That's so cool. But like, there's nothing else to it. Yeah, that's basically it. I do have a note to do to say about the construction of the volume, and it's that, as you can see, the art goes all the way to the back, so you get a lot of gutter loss. This is like, what is it called? Box stitching, or like box binding, where like it's stuck at this like specific amount. Like you can't open it past this bit, as you can see right there. Same here. So really, opening the book is like rather limited. You're only able to open it like this, basically. You can open it further, but you risk damaging the spine, so it's not really recommended. Which makes all of the art here basically impossible to see, which is annoying because I'm trying to enjoy these like cool double spread panels, and I can't because it's in the corner there, which sucks. But overall, I mean, It's definitely an old manga. There's nothing special about it. It's a cool collector's item. Nothing beyond that. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the review. Hope you guys are interested in Witchblade, at least for the fact that it has manga. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below. What did you think about Witchblade Takeru? Have you read it? Are you going to collect it? It's rather old, so maybe it's not viable to collect it. Have you read the comic book version, which I think is in color? Let me know. I would be interested to see a few panels from it, because I think it'd be cool in color. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and see you guys later.